Okay, let's go.
She's back. She thinks I'm talking to her. She thinks she's about to get some food, so. Anyways. Vlog number 3, baby. We're back. Better than ever. Got a lot of stuff to update you guys on. Gonna have a fun weekend. So, Coach and I are going to Maryland for National Fire Academy. I don't know if you guys knew, but we're both active firefighters right now. So she works for a pretty much a specialized department, fire only. I work for a city that has fire and EMS both kind of involved in the same department. So she's going to take leadership classes for her captain position there at her department. I'm going to take a supervising emergency medical services class for my recent promotion to field training paramedic. So we're going to the NFA. It's going to be a great weekend. 2 firefighters, 2 bodybuilders, travel to Maryland, and this is going to be my first experience ever with traveling and bodybuilding, and staying on my diet, making sure I have all my food packed and everything like that. So my first experience with traveling and bodybuilding. So I'm going to take you guys through my packing for as far as food goes for the trip, and show you guys how we stay on track during these kinds of events. And because travel is not a freaking excuse anymore, right? Especially if you're traveling within the US. There's no excuse to stay on your shit. I'm talking to you, whoever's watching this. Especially if you're in my program. I'm talking to you. I'm watching you. But come on, guys, like it's 2024. We have ways to pack our food, so why are we making the excuse that travel has caused you to derail, go off of your stuff, and end up falling off, right? So let's just show you guys exactly how I'm gonna go about this packing for this trip coming up. I'll be gone for 4 days. So leaving tomorrow morning, probably at like 2 a.m. We have to be at the airport. Our flight's at 5, so probably need to be there at like 3:30. So have to pack now, and I'm gonna be a psychopath eating my chicken and eggs at like 2 a.m. So let's show you guys how I go about this packing for going on a vacation or going out of state, travel, basically, any kind of stuff like that. So I got my suitcase here. So basically any of the dry ingredients, supplements, protein, intra-workout, all of the rice cakes, the greens powders, the rice, this bagged rice. Make things super easy on yourself, especially if you're going out of state and you need to eat rice for your carbs. Literally take this bag, put it in your suitcase, and quit making the fucking excuses, okay? That's how you stay on track. You plan ahead for stuff like this, right? So in the bag, there she is. Everything that's dry, does not need to be refrigerated, is going to go from here into baggies, into the bag, into the suitcase that I will check, okay? So, and then another question that you guys probably ask is, well, how do you travel and bodybuild? The answer is, you buy a crap ton of bags, Ziploc bags, right? So you need to condense space when you're traveling, right? You can't take all the boxes, you can't take all the tubs. I'd love to, but I don't have room for that shit. So got my protein powder here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just going to start putting stuff in bags. Okay, so 1 scoop per day. So I'm gonna be gone for 4 days. I'm gonna put 4 scoops in here. I'll probably bring the scooper with me, makes things easier. Or, bring your scale, your food scale because, right, it tells you exactly how many grams one scoop is. So 30.4 grams. So if you bring your scale, let's say you have someone at home that needs to use this and you can't take the scoop, bring your scale or buy another scale if they need to use the scale here, and just literally measure with your cup, pouring in that protein, and measure your protein out per gram. So 30.4 grams will equal 1 scoop. Hacks. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and bag up everything right now. It's gonna go over to the suitcase. We're gonna keep going. All the supplements, all of them. Quick break because I'm boiling eggs. So basically one of my meals that I eat every day is English muffins with eggs on top. I usually do over easy eggs. But since we're traveling and I don't know the situation we're gonna have for like as far as microwaves go. So literally making boiled eggs. So got the boiled eggs going, and then I'm gonna have my spinach, probably just some raw spinach in the bag. And then the English muffins I'll probably just eat how they come. Because when you're traveling, you kind of have to make do, right? So I don't expect everything to be perfect gourmet because I don't even know if I have a microwave available, right? So the boiled eggs, I'll just take those, they're easily portable. They're both watching because they know I'm in here cooking. It's hilarious. And then every day, the daily greens, Revive MD. You guys know if you watched my other vlogs, this stuff, the espresso flavor, it's like a treat. So every day before I eat breakfast, take this greens powder, supports digestion, especially when you're eating high protein diet, you have to have your digestion under wraps. Like you have to have that taken care of because if not, you're gonna be really constipated. Your body can't use all of that protein that you just put in. So you're basically wasting, right? And then you're constipated. Why would you want to suffer and be constipated? So take your greens powder every day. This is probably just gonna go into my suitcase. I have a cute little pill organizer, so I'll put all my supplements in there for the vitamins and stuff like that. That way they're all just separated out and all I have to do is open that day and literally just take those vitamins. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Cream of rice, 60 grams per day. So 180 for this trip. I am bad at math. 240 per day, or 240. God bless, 240 for this trip. So pack all that up in this bag. The English muffins, I'm gonna have 2 of them before I leave for the airport. So this thing has 6, which is perfect for the rest of the trip. So you're just gonna go just like this with me. And yeah, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing with bags. I'll show you guys how I pack it all. And then we'll get together the like refrigerated stuff. I'll show you how we're gonna take those. Those are gonna go on the plane with me and my carry-on. So can I literally help you? We're in full-on meal prep mode right now, baby. Got the bagged green beans. Got the good music. Gotta have music to cook, right? She's waiting for a bite. We're gonna stop the song for a message from our sponsors. Okay, so shout out to you, if you guys remember Liz. Shout out to Liz and Michelle. Michelle will be here tomorrow, so you guys will get to see her. But Liz sent us a voice message, so let's listen to it.
We love you. I don't know. What do you mean you're filming? Like you're filming our conversation? I'm glad I didn't come in here talking about something, Lindsay. Thanks for the heads up.
Oh my god. No, I literally just like played your voice message that you just sent for the vlog, and that was an iconic voice message that you just sent, so thank you for that, Liz. Get you some friends that are as funny as Liz and Michelle. Always make me laugh any day, so 10 out of 10.
Well, you didn't give me a heads up. I was like, so, fuck. Don't put this in the vlog. So I was actually thinking earlier, and then
I can't. Oh my god. So noted. Don't let Liz go live on don't let Liz go live on YouTube. Oh Lord, don't ever put Liz on the spot. You must warn Liz before she goes on camera. Okay, so most of the food's cooked. It's been an experience, and I have a lot of dishes to do after this, but most of it's cooked. Most of it is cooked and in bags, and so this is all the cold stuff that needs to stay in the fridge. There's some stuff that's gonna go in my suitcase over there, like the dry stuff, and so most of that's already good to go. I do need to cook some steak, but all we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take the dry stuff. Of course, this stuff goes back in the fridge for tonight. Fat. I bought these to make my life a little easier while we're there. So I didn't have to cook, it's just chicken breast. Pretty much just shredded chicken, comes in the pack. I bought like 4 of those to take with. So those are gonna stay in the fridge. And so all of this stuff goes back in the fridge. All of this stuff is gonna go in my suitcase. I have the G. Hughes sugar-free Thai chili that's gonna go with me because it makes the shredded chicken really good. And yeah, all of this goes into the suitcase, fridge. Back here messing with the camera. And then in the morning, we'll take this stuff out of the fridge and I'm gonna pack it in my handy dandy backpack. This will be my carry-on. So I have all my cold stuff in there, and then all of the dry stuff goes in here. So upon second thought, I decided it's a better idea to put my stuff in the freezer that's going in the fridge. So that way it stays cold throughout the flight. It's a 2.5 hour flight, so it shouldn't be too bad, but we don't have access to the room or anything until like 3 p.m. So just thought about that. So it's all gonna go in the freezer overnight. That way it stays cold throughout the whole flight. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I didn't feel like recording my voice in the morning because it was 2:25, but I got these little pre-made chicken packs. They're gonna make things 10 times easier. Instead of me having to cook chicken, pack it, I can just literally have this already pre-shredded chicken, which is going to be really nice, but I've actually got to eat a meal right now, so I'm heating that up, and we're just going to continue to pack all the rest of our cold stuff that's going to go in our bag. So we've got our spinach, green beans, ground beef, all of the cooked items that are going to be refrigerated are going to go in this black bag right here. And then we've got our frozen stuff, so we've got avocado and blueberries. I always keep those frozen, it's a little easier just to deal with. And of course some ice packs to keep everything a little bit cold on the plane. This is not a meal prepping bag, but it's just gonna have to do for now. They do make meal prepping bags by this brand Wolfpack. It makes things a lot easier. You have room to actually store your meal prep containers. So I'm just packing those items in, probably the frozen at the bottom, and then I'm gonna put those ice packs around everything, and that's just gonna help keep everything cold on the plane. Final stages of packing here, so we got chicken, apples, potatoes, eggs, steak, and asparagus, and those are all gonna go in the bag. You can see I've kind of already got some stuff packed here. We're just gonna shove it all in. Oh!
What's up, YouTube?
Oh dang, Coach should come in the pot.
What is this, the speaker?
Yeah. She said she wasn't as active as she'd like to be on the last vlog. She was like upset watching herself. Weren't you?
Yeah, first time for everything, I guess.
She was camera shy, guys.
Well, we're here in the beautiful state of Maryland, headed to Emmitsburg for National Fire Academy. It's Women's Weekend.
Represent.
So we're representing our fire stations from Dallas, the Dallas area, and gonna go see what that's about. Taking a command and strategies class, and she's taking a
Supervising emergency medical services, or basically ambulance nerd class. Supervising. She's like, I want nothing to do with the ambulance. Let me be on the fire truck.
Yep, engine all the way.
Captain Michelle.
Yep. Don't wear it out.
Don't wear it out. Savage.
Anyways, we spent the day in DC. We got our pump on at Gold's Gym on Capitol Hill. Got to go do our cardio at the Capitol. So you should see our meals that we brought. All our meal prep.
Oh, the bags are stacked. The bags are stacked. And TSA stopped me. They didn't even stop Michelle. They're like,
No.
We understand she's a bodybuilder. And for me, they're like, excuse me, ma'am.
That's not.
Excuse me, ma'am. What do you have in your bag?
Yep.
I'm like, thanks. What's gonna be the sight to see up here? What are our future plans, I guess?
Well, we got to check in, see, get our dorm rooms. It's cool that the National Fire Academy gives their dorms to people that come in for free, I guess. And then we'll go to class tomorrow and Sunday and see what's in Emmitsburg.
I heard there's like nothing there.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, but it's really cool that we're both from different departments, but we're both going to this training. And I don't know if I've told you guys, but literally I found Michelle's business card at the gym. And I saw the logo and I was like, this is really cool. I flipped it over and I saw it was Michelle, like a female. And I was like, is she a firefighter? And so I reached out to her on Instagram. And I don't know, I guess it was just meant to be. I found her business card, and like from there on out, here we are. She's coaching me. It's been like, how long? 16 weeks?
Yeah, about. I didn't even know business cards worked. I just put those up there and then it actually freaking works.
The best, like throw it up there.
I spent a lot of time on those cards.
Well, like shout out to Elm Street and
Yeah.
which artist?
Austin Gervais.
That's right.
He designed the logo for what's that called? I can't even think of my company name.
Smoke Show.
Smoke Show, yeah. Smoke Show Fitness. Smoke Showing.
It's badass.
Well, we got 1 hour till we get to Emmitsburg, so woohoo!
Yeah, so let's just talk about all the things.
Oh man.
Michelle's awkward on the camera.
Hey, this is take 2, guys. You got me talking on the camera.
Hey, she had to warm up to it.
Yep.
And now her first prep client, and like, I mean, competition client, Liz is here gonna compete first, but you know what I mean. I was the first one, and now I'm teaching you how to vlog.
Yeah.
So welcome.
We're all learning.
Gonna hit the gym. We're gonna hit legs on Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what else you got planned for us?
Tomorrow's shoulders and arms. Yep.
My favorite. I bet the people want to know about Michelle, so you want to tell the people how you got into bodybuilding and like coaching and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I used to play sand volleyball, volleyball in general for a really long time, and I played in college. So I played all the way up till my graduate year, played a little bit of pro, and decided like when I got out of it, I was like, well, that's it, I'm done. So I needed to fill my time with something else. And I reached out to one of my coaches at TCU. I was like, hey, can you help me do a bodybuilding competition? So we started training for it. Then I got a coach. 6 weeks out, did a bikini show. That's kind of how I started and got addicted.
And now she's like this jacked, majestic, lat queen, quad killer,
Majestic.
all of the different names we have for her.
Yeah,
Like,
I
for
mean,
real.
my path wasn't linear. I didn't know what my goals in bodybuilding were. I just was kind of testing it out. And once I got on stage a couple of times, I wanted to take it serious, and that's when I aimed for my pro card and got that last year. Coach Vu helped me out a lot. He's been my coach for the past couple of years, so shout out Vu.
Hey. She's
Yeah.
being humble as fuck right now. She's a badass. Here's one of her pictures, like her pro card. When she won her pro card, we'll drop a picture in. Like, guys, that's what I saw on her page, and then I found out she was a firefighter, and I was like, this is the coach for me.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Lindsay. I think she has the structure, like an awesome starting base. When she sent me her pictures, I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. So Lindsay has big things in store for her. I'm excited. She's taking some time right now to build, because I think that she can go to a division that has a lot of muscle, and I think she's doing the smart thing, not rushing into a show.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah.
So you guys know, I was talking on vlog 1 about getting ready for my first show, and the goal was to do one this year, 2024, like to start and do one in December or like November. I think it was November, right? Battle of Texas, November is what we kind of talked about. But then as time has gotten closer, we made that decision to take the year to build and do one next year, and just go all out for that and take the time that needs to be taken to build.
Yeah, you can't really rush in. Well, my philosophy is if you really want to do well, either you spend the time to build, and that extra time, instead of taking the time to cut, that's time that you could have taken to build. So if you already know that you want to get to a certain level, then sure, you can jump on stage and see where you are, but I think that takes away some time, I guess. So
Yeah, I was very, like, I really wanted to jump in and do one, and like that was my initial thought process. I was like, I want to get in, I want to do one. I don't know, I was kind of like honestly overconfident with it at first, because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get up there and do this shit. But then like getting into the world and like meeting other women that are in this, like Liz, and then just other women at the gym, and then getting to know Michelle, I was like, there's no way, like I'm not ready for it, and if I want to do it, I want to do it right. And so I guess the perspective kind of changed from like getting in and doing a show to like I want to do this for a while and like spend some time doing it, and not just do a show and be done, if that makes sense.
yeah.
For real, like that's my honest Like, I was very much like, I don't know if I want to do this. I want to do a show and see how I feel. I still, obviously, I could get in and hate it. Like, I could get in prep and absolutely hate it. But I feel like I'll enjoy it. It's just going to, I guess time's going to tell. But I think, at least now, the process is something I want to keep doing, if that makes sense.
I think it takes a special person to be able to say, hey, I'm not going to step on stage yet. I'm going to treat my off season like prep and do this for a year without even having a taste of the stage, because there's so many people out there that just like, oh, well, I'm in prep now, but then they don't take their off season serious. So for someone that's never been in the sport, and to understand that and have that strength and discipline, I think that's where a lot of people are successful in the sport. And it took me a long time to realize that. That's why when I joined on with Coach Vu, I took it really serious at that point, right? So I treat off season, we're prep year round.
She hates the term off season. So
I hate it.
Like, I don't even, I mean, I say it, like, I said it once and I was like, I'm sorry, I know you hate that term because you're prepping year round. Like, she takes it seriously. Like, Michelle is like 24/7 on it. There's no off season. Like, eat what you want 24/7. It's sticking to the plan, measuring every single gram, every ounce. Except when you're on vacation, because sometimes you forget your freaking scale. You just have to kind of eye it a little bit.
It's just having that discipline wherever you go, because at the end of the day, every gram, every ounce does matter. If you can keep a certain amount of percentage of body fat off during your off season, then that's going to make your prep easier in the long run. And with my several preps that I've gone through, several years that I've been doing this, I've realized that, yeah, it's okay to have a refeed meal, but if you don't have a refeed meal, that's more calories that you didn't intake, and you're staying in shape during your off season.
She uses her own term that she hates.
Yeah. Well, what people consider off season, it's really just a improvement season.
Improvement season.
Building season. So I'm just getting off my bulk phase. So we're doing a little mini cut to lead into this coming year.
Yeah, what are your plans, Coach? Tell the world.
It's to be determined.
To be determined. Obviously, she'll announce when she's ready, whatever her plans are. But
we have plans.
She's got big plans. She's got big plans.
We got some plans. Right now, we're just trying to put on some size and some good density, and we're gonna cut down a little bit to see where we are. Not super hard, but just a little mini cut. Then we'll go back into another build phase for a little bit. So.
Yeah, I guess one thing that people don't understand, like talking about the food stuff, like how many times do you get asked, literally, like, you can't have this meal, like, why you can't eat this with us, and you're in your off season, like, why are you eating everything perfect? Like, you can't go off your plan once, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I get that a lot at the station. I think the guys know now. That I bring my meals, and they used to ask all the time, you're not even going to deviate in your improvement season? And I'm like, no. And I think a lot of people respect that amount of discipline. They're always like, oh, well, I can't do that. You know, it's just another, I say, way of life. And some people understand it, some people don't. A lot of people don't, because I wouldn't say work, because I think this is my passion. I love doing it. I love being able to eat the same thing every day. It just makes me happy.
Yeah, like, a lot of people are like, how do you eat the same meal, like the same plain chicken and rice over and over? And it's really like breaking free of that mindset that you have to have food. Like, food has to taste good for you to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
When, like, you literally tell yourself that food is just fuel and nutrients. And
I think society nowadays, or not nowadays, I think, food's a communion. Like, being able to sit with family and eat whatever, go to a restaurant and eat. Almost on it right
her
here.
face.
In case you see.
She's getting anxious when me driving.
Food is like a happy place for people. So it's bizarre for people to think like, oh, you have to bring your meal to dinner, or you don't eat at the same time, or like even people at the station, they don't ask if I want to eat with them anymore because they know that I'm going to say no. So I think it just takes you got to change your mindset into, well, this food's just energy and it can still taste good, but I don't need to go out and eat and enjoy that, you know. That's like another topic, like hanging out with people. You can still do stuff and hang out with people when you bodybuild. It's just understanding, like, when I go out, I don't need drinks to have fun, I don't need food to have fun, or you do something that's not revolved around that. So it's just a different lifestyle.
Yeah, you just bring your food with you, like literally just meal prep and bring it with you. And of course people are going to give you strange looks, and that's just the nature of it, but you know you're not breaking like your plan, and you know you're sticking to it. And people will stare at you because you're eating 6 times a day. They're like, you're eating again, but you're cutting, like, what's going on? Not me, but they're like, well, they know, the guys know now that I'm kind of on a bulk-ish. I'm not really yet, but they know I'm kind of about to start one. And they're like, but you're, like, you were maintaining and you were losing weight, but you're eating more. It's like, what's going on? Why are you eating 6 times a day? You're eating again? Like, you're always in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah, it's just what it is.
I get remarks all the time, but it just kind of doesn't even faze me anymore. Like, it used to bother me when I first started, you know, because I'm like, duh, I'm trying to, you know, achieve a goal. And I think it just got to me because, I mean, I say I believed in myself that I was going to get there, but I wasn't where I wanted to be yet. So for them to say that, it was just another, you know, like, oh, just shut up, you know. Just shut up.
I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes when it's low carb season, I've dropped a couple unnecessary comments in the station, so the guys know not to say anything anymore.
How's the hangriness when you're in prep?
I would say,
like, what's your mental state like?
Well, your hormones and low carbs, all that together, like, let's say my first couple preps were really hard, but you get a sense of getting used to that feeling. I say the most challenging part's probably 3 to 2 weeks out. That's when you really start to feel the fatigue, and cardio is a little bit higher, not like super high, but then you're low carb. It's just all of it put together in the stress. So it's challenging. You get used to it. You get used to it over a period of time, and you're like, I think the goal supersedes how you're feeling at the time. The wanting to win, you know, do what it takes.
Yeah, like, you've put in all of that work for 16, well, obviously it goes past like your prep, but like, you put in all of this work, you've put the time in building, and then you prep, you cut down, and you're like 2 to 3 weeks out, and so, you know, if you mess up or do anything, I'm not speaking from experience, I'm just like thinking how my thought process would be. It's like you're 2 to 3 weeks out, and you know, if you mess up, then all of that kind of goes down the drain, and you may not be able to compete if you mess up. So
I mean, yeah, definitely you can't be eating off the plan that far. You're not even supposed to eat off the plan, I would say 20 weeks out. I mean, it just depends on where you are, body fat composition, where your composition in general is. But I'd say, like, how serious you want to take it. Are you going to be going out and drinking like 6 weeks out? No. 20 weeks out? Probably not.
same answer, basically.
Yeah. That's my mindset. Like, I'm not going to be going on doing that. This is coffee, by the way, with nothing in it.
She's like, don't come for me. I am practicing what I preach, okay?
Yeah.
No, like, I really don't. I'm just getting into this world, seriously. But this chick, discipline is fuck right here. And I have the best role model, honestly, to learn from.
Oh. We're here 4 days and we brought all our meals, and it's its own entity lunchbox. Like, it's its own thing.
It has.
It's heavy as
zip code.
it's heavier than my actual roller bag. So if that doesn't say discipline, then I don't know
what does.
all those feelings during prep, because there's going to be days where you can't get out of bed because you don't have energy. It's just like, I got to do this. It's part of it. There's no complaining. There's no like question about it. And if coach says like, hey, I need you to go do this, and you go do it. I think that's where a lot of people, I think they question a lot of things, and especially when your hormones and everything's going like this, then there's doubt that creeps in. But if you have a strong base and you really trust your coach, then all that makes it prep a lot easier.
Good thoughts from Coach Michelle over here. I like it.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Seen better days.
It's been an interesting week.
It has been. Note to self, drink a lot of water when you're on vacation.
The gallons.
All right, we're at True Performance here in West Virginia, and we're getting our leg day on. So,
So awkward.
I know. keep that in there. Holy shit, this is heavy.
How was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the challenges of traveling is you're out of your routine, right? So keeping hydrated. Yeah.
I said, did you get onto that ass? People love us. We're done.
Super done.
Our flight almost got canceled today.
But we made it, and we are 2 hours delayed? I don't know, something like that. But we're here at the airport, so it's cool.
We went on a 2-hour hike earlier.
Yes. Thank you, Andrew Chansey, for letting us do that experience. No, it was really cool. It was like a little 2-mile hike up to Maryland. What was it called? Maryland Heights.
She's
Hike.
terrible.
Remembering stuff, but it was a cool little lookout. Got to see West Virginia, and Maryland, and Pennsylvania, all on this one trip. So
Yeah, so we did that. Now we're just tired and yeah. So I don't have much to say, but vlog number 3 was successful.
yes,
We had a great time at the NFA. Terrible recording skills right now, but we had a great time. It was fun. We had a lot of fun together. And that's it. See you guys on the next one.